Hello students, today we are going to have another video about the Gauss law of electrostatics. So we have known the Gauss law of electrostatics for any closed surface placed in an uniform electric field. These two conditions are required. There should be closed surface and the electric field should be uniform. Then the total electric flux is equal to Q upon epsilon naught, as you have seen. So today we are going to have the examples based upon the Gauss law. So examples based upon Gauss law. So let me state first the Gauss law. What is the Gauss law? Gauss law says that if a closed surface is placed in an uniform electric field, suppose, then total electric flux is 1 upon epsilon naught times the charge contained in the surface. So this is the Gauss law in theoretical form, but that is, suppose you are taking that uniform electric field is there, S is here, and S is the delta S is surface area. So we are taking for the small element and summing up. So what is that? The E dot delta S. This is vector area, can be vector, is equal to nothing but, suppose total charge is Q, then suppose we are taking capital Q, then this is this much. This is the mathematical form of the Gauss law. Here we are taking the small area. If you are taking the whole area, then also you can do. But in fact, this was defined for the small area element, and by summing we get the total electric flux for the whole surface. So it is better to write by concepts in this form. So here you know what is the epsilon naught. It is permittivity of the free space, and Q is total charge, as I have told. So this is Q contained in the surface, and surface should be closed. It can be regular or irregular. Gauss law holds for both type of surfaces. Okay. So basically, but here in your class we are going to study only regular surfaces. Now come to the examples. So let us take one small concept-based example. Suppose there is a question 1. What is that? Does the Gauss law follows? Does the Gauss law follows inverse inverse square law. Then what will be your answer for that? Actually, inverse square law is that law in which force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance from that thing. So here you know, when you are stating the Gauss law, there is electric field. And electric field obtained is always obtained from the Coulomb's law. So you know Coulomb's law follows the inverse square law. So what is the answer? Yes. Gauss law follows the inverse square law because what is the reason? Because electric flux depends upon the electric field intensity and that is obtained by the Coulomb's law. So it depends upon the Coulomb's law. So yeah, what is the answer? Now you can write answer is yes, because Gauss law depends upon Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law. Okay? Where? Because of phi. If phi is there, then it depends upon the Coulomb's law. So it is not, it is only for the concept. Now come to another question. Suppose we are taking a cylinder. Suppose a cylinder is placed in three-dimensional space. Suppose it is x-axis, it is y-axis, and it is z-axis. Suppose there is uniform electric field parallel to the x-axis, and cylinder is also placed like this. It is parallel to the x-axis. Suppose it is S1, S2, and this. So there are three surfaces in a cylinder. Now if you are required to find the total electric flux, then what will you do? Electric flux is a vector quantity because it is defined as the dot product of vector area and electric field, and scalar product is always a scalar. So you can sum up. Okay? So consider a cylinder placed parallel to x-axis and uniform electric field E parallel to x-axis. Now you have to calculate total electric flux contained with cylinder. So you are required to find the total electric flux. Now you know what is the total electric flux is the sum of the electric fluxes of all the surfaces. So suppose S1, S2, S3, and now we shall write less and do mathematics more. So suppose these are S1, S2, and this surface, curved surface is S3. In fact, in a cylinder, there are only three surfaces. These are circular, and this is curved. Okay? So phi total electric flux can be written as, suppose it is phi 1 and it is phi 2 for the curved and phi 3 for the S2. since S1, S2, if it is a regular cylinder, then S1, S2 are having the same area, circles of same area. So if suppose we are taking here same, so what will be S1? It is placed opposite to the electric field. So here again you will E dot S1 plus E dot S2 plus E dot S3. Now since S1, S2 are same, first come to this. S1, suppose it is S2 and that is S3. Since, come here first, electric field and this surface, when you will take any element and you are drawing a perpendicular unit normal, then that will be always perpendicular to the x-axis basically. Okay, that will be in the direction of z-axis like this. So this is perpendicular, this is this. So this is always perpendicular to the electric field. So angle is 90 degree. So when you are going to have the dot product, so that will become 0. So this E dot S1 will remain there and this will become 0 and this is E dot S3. Okay? Why? Because E and S2 are perpendicular. Okay? Now come to this. Now let us calculate the magnitude because it is a scalar quantity. So when you will take E dot S1, so it is at 180 degree. So cos 180 is minus 1. So it will come E into S. Suppose it is S, it is minus because of 180 and that will come E into S. Cos 0 degree, that is 1. So this is nothing but 0. So what are you getting here? If there is no charge contained in any closed surface, then the total electric flux is 0. So thus, if there is no charge contained in a closed surface, then electric flux is 0. You have calculated. Now it verifies the Gauss law. According to Gauss law, so total electric flux is, let us see how it is verifying the Gauss law. Suppose, so it verifies the Gauss law. Why? Because there is no total electric flux was defined as the what? Q upon epsilon naught. Since Q is 0, so therefore total electric flux is equal to 0. So this is with this example you can prove the Gauss law. It is giving you proof. If there is no any charge contained in any closed surface, then the total electric flux is always 0. So sometimes the Gauss law is also stated like this. So if surface is closed, then since Q is 0 and there is no Q, so total electric flux becomes automatically 0. So you can state the Gauss law in that way also. If any closed surface contains no charge, then the total electric flux associated with the closed surface is always 0. Now let us take the example 3. So come to the example 3. Suppose there is a cube. Suppose you are having, so we are going to make the smaller one, because so you can make the cube like this. This is cube and it is again placed. Now this center of the reference O, frame of reference is X, Y, Z made up of three-dimensional. We are taking, with the help of that you can find or evaluate for the 2 dimensions as well as for the, so it is better. So this can be, suppose it is now like this. We are taking for our convenience, it can be here, O can be anywhere, so you can do, if you are understanding this problem, then that can also be done by you. Only you have to understand the concept. So here we are taking those examples which are clearing your concept about the numericals. Now when you have got the concepts, you can do the numericals. So suppose again the electric field is E, which is parallel to x-axis, and this surface, you know all the surfaces will have same area because it is a cube, and it will have how many surfaces? 6 closed surfaces. Okay. Now you are required to find the total electric flux. Then what will be that? This is, suppose it is phi 1 plus, suppose it is phi 1, it is phi 2 plus phi 2. And for other surfaces, it is automatically 0. Why? Since this we are taking the vector area here, so this is perpendicular to the E. This is also perpendicular to the, this is also perpendicular to the E in another direction. So always there is 90 degree for rest of the 4 surfaces. It is perpendicular like this and it is perpendicular like this. So it is always perpendicular to the, so when you know scalar product is defined as the, so let me explain. E dot S can be explained as magnitude of E, magnitude of S into cos theta, where theta is the angle between them. So you know cos 90 is 0. So for the other 4 surfaces, it is 0. Why? Because E is perpendicular to the vector area. So now it is nothing but minus in opposite 180 cos 180. So ES plus ES. Then it will become 0. So if there is no charge, it is proving also. So Gauss law can be proved with the help of these 2 examples. Actually these 2 examples were proof of Gauss law. So in your, if anyone is asking you proof by giving the example, so you can take these 2. Now these concepts can be applied for doing the questions also. Suppose we are making one question more. Now it is numerical. So question number 4. Suppose there is a cylinder. Again take the cylinder and it is placed in an electric field E is equal to 200 I. This is vector E is given and center is at the origin. What is the center of cylinder? That is midpoint from here, from all the sides. So you know it is symmetrical, that's why you can allocate the center easily. So now origin center of the cylinder is placed at the origin, and you are required to find the electric flux through S, suppose, and this is S dash. There are three surfaces you are required. Now I cap you know very well, I cap is like this, and J cap is here, and K cap is here. So how can you, so number one, at surface, suppose it is S1, S2, at surface S1. E is perpendicular, no, E is just opposite, E is at 180 degrees to S. Therefore, electric flux is how much? That is phi 1, suppose we are writing. So it is E dot S1. Now S1 is that surface which lies, suppose here is center, so lies in YZ plane. Okay? So here it is 0, and for those two, S1 and S2, it is minus 200. Okay, you know what is the Coulomb minus 1, Newton Coulomb minus 1 meter square. So this is minus for S1, and for S2 it is minus 2. Why? Because normal will be parallel to the I cap. Although it lies, the surface lie in the ZY plane, but normal to the surface is always parallel to the unit vector, so you are getting this much. Okay? So thank you for